Oh, there's a fish. Thanks. Woo. It's a good day. Well, the time has finally come. A few months ago, I asked all of you, what would you like to see throughout this winter on this channel? And pretty much all of you answered that, well, Rod, you should do another winter steelhead fishing episode. And here we are, after compiling footage in the last several months, I'm finally ready to show you all an episode on this year's winter steelhead fishery. Now, this particular episode focuses on the Vedder River in Chilliwack, which is located in southwestern British Columbia, Canada. This is the most heavily fished river system in this province because it's located just outside of Vancouver. It's also the most productive steelhead fishery in this area. That's why it's so popular. It is a hatchery-enhanced river fishery, meaning that besides the wild steelhead that comes back every year, there is a hatchery stock which return and they allow anglers to harvest the catches when you catch one. The hatchery itself collects 60 adult wild steelhead every year as part of the broodstock program. That's used to produce 125,000 juvenile steelhead, which go out into the ocean and return after several years as adult steelheads for people to catch. This is a volunteer program, meaning that we have anglers out there volunteering their time in between mid-January and mid-March to capture these 60 adult steelhead. And I thought in this episode, the first thing I should do is to show you guys this program, and there really isn't a better individual to do this with than my good friend Nick Bashok, who's a local angler who has been fishing in this river system in the last several decades. He's been involved in this hatchery program since the very beginning. So here we go, this early February, we're gonna follow him around and see if we can catch a wild steelhead. Pretty early in the morning. Early for me because I don't usually get up this early unless I'm fishing for cold salmon. But we're gonna try to get a wild steelhead for the broodstock program. So we got my good friend Nick Bashok from the Fraser Valley Salmon Society, and he's one of the volunteer broodstock anglers. Yeah, I'm not fishing today, I'm just going to be manning the camera.
The steelhead program started in around 1980, 81. That was with the SEP program, jointly funded by the province and DFO at that time. The thinking at that time was take the pressure off the wild fish as much as anything, and so you could harvest some steelhead, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
To do that, they didn't want to kill the wild fish. Of course, that's when the wild fish policy, well, not the wild fish policy, but the wild fish mandate came in about not killing wild steelhead almost anywhere in BC.
Yeah.
So.
And before that, you could kill wild
You could kill wild
right?
fish up till, I think it was the end of February 1978 was the last day you could kill wild fish in the Vedder. But the program is still very, very viable. It's an augmented system, the Chilliwack Vedder, and which means it has both hatchery and wild, and it has had lake for 40 years, and it still produces, for the amount of pressure this river gets, it produces a magnificent fishery, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't come out here fishing steelhead expecting them to be like coho fishing when they're getting 30 or 40,000 fish every year back to the hatchery. I mean, I don't know if they have an exact handle on exactly how many steelhead come back, but I doubt if it's over 25 to 3,500 at the max, and it varies year to year.
Yeah.
And that produces still a pretty darn good fishery considering the pressure it gets. If you're just a beginner for steelhead, it's gonna, you're gonna have to come out with an attitude that I'm going fishing, and with the thing, don't have your expectations going through the roof, because I mean, yeah, you can get very fortunate and come out the first time you ever go. I mean, we've had that happen this year already a few times. People never fished before. They go out and they get one right away and they figure, oh, this is easy. Well, Soon you'll find out it isn't as easy as you think, but it is. You're fishing for a very, let's say, a very elite fish. I mean, they're considered the number one, right? When you're fishing rivers on the coast to catch. I mean, they catch coho, they catch chinooks, they catch chum, they catch pinks, but the steelheads, the very elite of the fish, it seems like.
Yeah.
And these fish, so if you go out and fish, you know, your first year fishing, if you catch one or hook a couple, consider, you know, that's very fortunate. But as you go, every time you go out, it's more experience and you learn a lot more. And you watch the way other guys that catch fish are fishing, where they're fishing. So just don't go out there expecting to get like, it's not like coho fishery where every day you go out when the coho are in good that everybody's hooking quite a few fish. Steelhead fishing just isn't like that. Sure, if we had the same numbers, you had 20,000 steelhead coming back in this river, you have to hide behind a tree to bait your hook, but that's not the case. So. There's a fish. I'll try and slowly work her up that way. I think it is a wild doe. I'll bring her back to you. Fish could really follow you up because if they really wanted to go out of here, you'd be in real trouble. Wild one, Pete? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Nice fish. It was nice that Rodney had his net here because that makes it a lot easier to handle him in a place like this especially. Now, you want to turn the net around, Pete? 'Cause I want to put her head in first this way. Like in there. Yeah, just, yeah. Okay. Okay, just... Okay, now just pop her. Yeah. Now just yeah. Hey, hold still, girl. Okay. You got her. Here. Here, I got her. Just let the ass in there. There she goes. Nice fish. She's probably 12.
I thought it was 6, 7.
6. Now we're going to give the hatchery a call, and in about half an hour they should be here. And if you're on the river fishing and you see one of these tubes tied up somewhere, a black one or a blue one like this, you can be sure they got a fish in them, and DFO is on their way to come down and pick it up, take it up to the hatchery. So yeah, just leave it alone if you see it laying there. Mind you, if you see it tumbling down the river, then grab it, because they might have lost it.
The Vedder River Steelhead fishery begins in December and ends in May. And personally, I don't really get out until February simply because I don't like to fish in the cold that much. I'm not as diehard as some of the other steelhead anglers who go out in December and January. Don't get me wrong, the fishing can be very good, but it can also be very, very cold. So after catching these wild steelhead with Nick, I decided to go back to the same spot by myself. And sure enough, within the first few casts, I did get into a fish right away. And I wasn't filming, but I did capture a few cell phone clips for you to see. And after that, I got quite motivated and started going out a bit more. And it wasn't until early March when I started getting to fish more consistently. So in the first week of March, I went out again by myself, strapped on the GoPro camera on my chest, and worked my way down this beautiful run in the lower river. And sure enough, once I got down to the money spot, which is behind this branch, I got into the fish right away.
Right behind the stick again. Oh, lost it. He broke me off. Damn it.
Well, that was a little ridiculous. I even checked the hook, the knot, before I started fishing like 20 minutes ago. And that fish wasn't even that big, maybe about, I don't know, 6 pounds. And I didn't even put that much pressure on it, and it just broke up. But yeah, this shows you how important it is to make sure your knot is not damaged. Right behind that twig though, just where I thought the fish should be. I'm hoping that there will be another one sitting there once I retire. There's absolutely no one around. 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a weekday. Look at it. Can't complain. After losing that fish, I did spend a bit more time throughout this run. Unfortunately, I didn't get into another fish. Well, that wasn't too bad. Lost one, missed another bite, and watching my friend Aaron got one around 10 pounds on the other side. Not bad for 2 hours. I think we're gonna come back tomorrow and try it out again. There's definitely quite a few fish around. After seeing the couple of fish caught, I got even more motivated. So a couple of days later, I decided to get out again. I didn't get out until about mid-morning, which is fine because steelhead, unlike cold salmon, will bite throughout the day quite well. Certainly if you get out early in the morning, you would have a better chance of getting to more fish. But if you get out in the middle of the day, you still have a very good chance of getting into fish as well. So I started working my way down this run, and there were 2 anglers ahead of me. After about 5 minutes, this happened. You guys want to borrow the net?
Oh, hey, Rod.
Hey, it's going. That was like 2 seconds and float down.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That nice fish though. That's a big fish.
Mr. Rod, how are you?
Good, yourself? Yeah. Yeah, feel free to grab the net. That's a big fish. I don't know if it would fit in there, but
Where'd you get this from?
that's Moby. Yeah, super nice.
Yeah, I want one.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh, take your time, man. Take your time.
Yeah.
It wants to go down, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take your time.
No, it's big. So as soon as it came out, I'm like, wow, that's a big fish. It might be easier if you just go down, eh?
Careful, careful. Not ready. Hatchery. Yeah. No, come closer. Come closer.
Good job. Hatchery fish, eh?
Nice hook set.
I'll grab that just so you have another hand.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, that was pretty awesome. I've only been here for 10 minutes and guy below me just got one. So that's looking pretty good. So this was Stan's first hatchery steelhead, and even though I haven't caught one yet, I was really happy for him. So was Kuma as well, who netted the fish. I think part of the joy of steelhead fishing is not just catching your own fish, but seeing other people enjoying the same experiences as well. The day was just getting started, and I was already pretty excited even though I hadn't caught one. So I made my way back up the run again, hoping that there would be another fish at the same spot. And sure enough, yeah. Good for him though, like you got a link. Oh, I got one. That's not as big as his. Frick, that's the same thing, eh? Like the flow went down as soon as I casted it. You're next. Thanks. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, it's fighting well though. Not sure if I'll... Oh, we'll get it in first. Did you say there was a pocket in front of me? Is that what you said? Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. Is it? Well, don't say that. It's too early to say that. You want to grab the net? No. This one will fit in the net. Yeah, it's a beauty. Okay, maybe a little bigger than 6. Yeah, 6.5. Oh, it's all rolled up. Perfect. Hey! Is it wild? Okay. That's alright. That means I can keep fishing. It's awesome. Can we get it unwrapped? Oh, it's pretty big. It's pretty big, eh? Okay. That's a nice fish. I think we thought it was 6 pounds, but it's bigger than that. It's probably like 10.
That's about a 10 plus.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't even hold it properly. We'll give it a quick look.
Beautiful.
Beauty fish.
Nice. Good job, Rob.
Thanks. Woo. It's a good day. Thanks. This was an excellent day already, even though I hadn't caught a hatchery steelhead. So I made my way down to another run, and right away I got into some bites that they turned out to be rainbow trout. Jeez, what's a bite? Oh, what's a bite? See if it'll come back. Listen, what is that? Is that a steelhead or trout? Oh, it's a little rainbow. That's funny. Little rainbow. Okay. Yeah. Rainbow again. Oh, gosh. It's hit my face. After that productive day, I actually went out several more times in the next 2 weeks, but managed to lose 4 fish in a row, and I was getting quite frustrated. Now, I knew it was only a matter of time before I got into another fish, so near the end of March, I went out with my friend Thomas. Now, Thomas and I have known each other for over 15 years. We've been very good friends. We actually met through my website. He joined the discussion forum as a teenager, came out and volunteered at some of my events. So it was always good to have him out at the river fishing with me. Now, over the years, he actually complained that he's never been in any of my episodes, so I thought, well, let's make that happen on this day. We worked through several runs where I had a bit of success over the last few weeks, and then we decided to try out this particular run, which I didn't really like, so I kind of stood back and watched him fish a little bit before I started casting. Oh, there's a fish. Hey, I thought we're not supposed to catch fish here. Jeez, that went down hard. That's all right. It's just, yeah. We got to go down to that beach. It's going down now. It's pretty big.
It's a good fish, man.
Yeah, I know. That was like first cast in there. I couldn't believe it. Just never know, eh?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
you taught me that years ago. It's like,
Yeah.
You never know where they're gonna sit. Just
Yeah.
chuck a cast in there, see what
Yeah.
happens.
And a few minutes before that, I was saying that I never catch fish in this kind of water.
Yeah, you just said it.
Yeah.
Was that your first cast in there?
Yeah, it was first cast in there. I was just casually, wasn't even like thinking about it.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, wait. Not ready
no,
yet.
no, I'm not gonna chase it.
Yeah.
Tell me when. It's too big for your net.
I know, it's pretty big.
You get him in here.
Yeah. It should be able still be able to scoop it. Don't worry about the camera, just leave it down there. Yeah, good.
Big, beautiful, wild.
Oh. Wow. That thing's massive.
How's that?
All right.
You almost didn't fit in the net.
I know, that thing's huge. Oh man. Yeah, this is one of my biggest ones. It's not my biggest, but it's one of my biggest
big,
ones.
man.
Yeah,
That's
it is
really
big.
big.
Whew. All right. It's wrapped around like.
I got the jig.
Yeah.
Can we just cut it?
Yeah, sure. Let's cut it. Cute. Oh, it's heavy. Heavy. Got it?
What a fish.
Yeah, we'll let it go. All right. Nice. Good job, man. Yeah. Thanks. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. First casting to that run. Didn't really expect it, as usual. Yeah. Whew, big fish. We actually didn't measure it. I think it was in the mid-teens for sure. One of my biggest steelhead from this river. So there you have it. That's my winter steelhead fishing season in 2021. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment on the bottom if you've enjoyed this episode. I have put together another video feature on steelhead fishing on Kitty's channel. Be sure to check that out as well. And that one documents her steelheading journey since she started fishing in 2012. And I'll leave a link on the bottom for you to see, or you can check it out near the end of this video. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, good luck fishing.